Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much, Laila, for that wonderful introduction. I know that these are powerful men and women of JAF. And good evening to all the regional vice presidents and all the leaders. It's really something right now, even with this COVID, ongoing COVID. I overheard Laila told us that, the attendance tonight is like you break that record. So congratulations. So to start with my story in Primerica, not just in Primerica. So we came here in the United States in April 2006, okay? So when we came here, we were practically tourists. Me, my husband, and 4 children. So you know how it is, right? So we gotta look for a job and have our papers, documented. Then Primerica came into our lives in December of 2009. And when Primerica came, I was really looking for an opportunity, a business that I can really start with. But the recruiter of mine was recruiting me like September, but then I decided to come on board December because I was then doing my real estate licenses for over 2 years already. That was what I'm doing on the side. So when I got licensed in January of 2010, first month license, I earned about $1,800. You are looking at a person who doesn't drive when I came over, who cannot even buy her own car. I was just dropped off and picked up by my husband whenever, what time at work. So practically I worked 12 to 14 hours a day at an as accounts payable clerk in a construction company. So that was my life, Monday to Friday, 12 to 14 hours a day, and sometimes I would work on Saturdays, right? And then you're also looking at someone who doesn't have any relatives here, right? On my side, I am the only one. My mom and my half-brothers are in the Philippines, so I don't have anybody. So for those of you that are thinking, oh my God, where am I gonna get, a lead, or where am I gonna get a client, or who am I gonna prospect? You are looking at that person. And to think that probably most of you here speak really good English. I don't, right? I don't really speak that good English when I started. And, our office, which we were hired, was 35 miles away from my home. So that round trip would be about 70, more or less. And then we plug in there at least 3 times in a week. And sometimes more because there's other trainings. So that's when I started Primerica. So after my first month being licensed, I said, oh my gosh, how will I do this business? So the only warm market that I got was my three coworkers. I sat down with them, and then 2 said yes and 1 said no. So that's why, to be able to complete my 3 recruits, I put in my daughter, who was 19-year-old at the time. And right now, we are conceptualizing our partnership here in Primerica. We are already partners, but of course we are on these things for talking about everything about partnership. So we are forging our alliance. Okay, so from there, I got 1 licensed person in my team after 11 months. Okay, so those of you, more or less, that are saying, oh my gosh, where am I gonna get, someone to get licensed, who's gonna be a leg or something, I give you some hope right now. It was after 11 years that I was able to recruit someone who got licensed, 11 months, sorry, who got licensed. And then from that 1 person, we were able to recruit over 30 people. And then from there, I was able to be picked as a replacement by the person that got me in the business. He became RVP, and I was the one who was picked to be direct to my regional vice president right now. So guys, I give you hope. That's how I started in Primerica. And let me give you more or less my slide here. and my timeline. So see, when I started, it was me and my husband, right? And then all of a sudden right now, I am with partnership with my daughter, Jabez Manzanilla, who last November just passed her investment advisor Series 65 license. And I said, you know, why work for other companies? Primerica is the best business in the history of American business. Okay, so here you go. Okay, so I joined Primerica in December of 2009. And then barely, we're only 2 years in the United States of America, and attained regional vice president position in June 2012. That's after 2 years, right? So those of you that are listening right now, whether you're regionals, division, district, rep, or senior rep, anything can happen to you if you make a decision and go run for regional vice president. I mean, others can run probably in 1 year. I made it to 2 years, so it's really all up to you. Now, after 6 months of being a regional vice president, I attained the $100,000 ring. That's the ring. You know, Primerica gives us a ring as a sign of the $100,000 rolling income. So where can you get, you know, a raise of $100,000 after 6 months? Only in Primerica, right? Now also, after 6 years, we got the second diamond, which is the $200,000 earner. And right now, our current income is $245,000. And last February was the time that me and my daughter has forged our partnership. Okay. So guys, the key is you. All right, it's only you. Okay, don't look to the right, don't look to the left, look at the person in front of you in a mirror. It's you, right? So the key is to make a list every day. Every day I make it a point to make a list of new people in my book, right? I have a book here, right? See this book? I invest on this expensive notebook because every day, even if I put that list in my cell phone, I back it up in my notebook of the list and see how it is, right? So with this, I'm able to set appointments with people, whether it's for services, our products and services, or involving them in our team, right? And very important also is follow-up. If the person that got me in the business didn't really follow up, then I wouldn't be here. So the key is to follow up. September, they wrote all our life insurances in our family. And then he kept following up September, October, November, and then December. I said yes, right? And take responsibility, right? In anything, being responsible is very important. And in this business, we gotta self-improve. There's a lot of self-improvement that we have to do in terms of probably reading books, or like, you know, listening to audios. If you don't read, just like me, I don't read as much, so I listen to audios, right? And of course, getting all licenses done ASAP. This is very important. When I started in Primerica in 2009 and got licensed in 2010, I immediately started to do my investment licenses. Guys, I had Series 6, Series 26, Series 63, and Series 26. Mind you, I failed on all of them 3 times, but I am still here. It doesn't even matter, right? If you have a goal, just go for it and you will be able to achieve it. Important thing is get all those licenses done, right? And be a role model, okay? Be a role model to your team. Be ahead of time. Be late, be lead from the front. You gotta personally produce, right? Be a role model for your team and commit to working hard. Primerica is not hard work, actually. We just have to work hard, right? And bottom line is, you really want to go regional vice president? You got to go full time, okay? After this talk tonight, you got to pray and assess from your heart, right? and then make a decision, right? Whether you have to plant your flag here or not, or you want to become a regional vice president. Because before I became regional vice president, I decided to go full-time. I didn't even think of regional vice president, but I just decided full-time because deep in my heart, you know, I want to go regional vice. I want to build this business. I didn't know about regional vice president. I just want to build this business. Okay. Now, all right. When we were building this team, when I was regional, right, we had a name for the team already. So if I were you want to go regional vice president, have your own team name, right? So S stands for service, right? The foundation of a successful career in selling must be the desire to serve the needs of others. If we don't take care of our clients and our team, somebody will take care of it, right? So then we also have to be trained. It's not only this training, for example, that Christian and Lila are doing for you guys and every one of the RVPs, but you gotta be trained, for example, in some aspects of your life. I did the Tom Hopkins, you know, when there's some training there, you do some Tony Robbins, right? So whatever it is that you think you have some weaknesses, then go for that, invest on that and train, right? Also, what's important is your attitude. This means attitude, attendance, and action. For me, words doesn't even matter. It's always the action and the results, right? We want results here. And of course, if you take some action and if you have some results, then definitely you're gonna be rewarded, right? Rewarded like the trips that we have in Primerica, the stocks that you have for free, you know, the ownership, everything. There's a lot of perks in regional vice president position, right? So we also conceptualized this millionaire song when I was before regional vice president. So I already have that, yeah, years ago. This song is very special to me, and it's always in my heart, you know. I want to be a millionaire, right? I want to be a millionaire so freaking bad. Own Primerica stocks I never had. I want to be at Primerica Wall of Fame, next to Alex, Rick, Hector, and Mike. Every time I close my eyes, I see star hierarchy shining bright. Everyone going RVP, I swear. The world better prepare for when we are all millionaires. See, so guys, so that's always in my heart, and that's the goal, right? So have your song, right? Have your team name, and have also a mindset. We had a mindset before of going 30 by 30,000. And I know that it can be achieved to personal production and teamwork. So, of course, first of all is we have to have the belief in ourselves. So believe in yourselves and really have faith, because it's going to happen to you, and have a goal set, think positive, and have a constant communication with your team. And of course, as a leader, we got to take the lead. Even if left alone, right? We should never surrender. Every day until the cutoff, right? That's always my mindset. I have to take the lead, you know, even if I'm the only one left in the battle. Okay. So this is like, this is my daily schedule. So what does your daily schedule look like on the way to regional vice president? See, I have here Mondays, right? My schedule revolves around following up, right? The trainings, studying. You know, guys, while I was building the team, I was still studying for my securities license, right? Some of us here, right, are like, oh my God, I'm gonna stop first, you know, building a team or recruiting or selling because I have to study. No, it doesn't work that way, right, guys? You gotta put in a schedule, and then from that schedule, incorporate your studying. Incorporate, like this one, if you look at this, 2 to 4 o'clock is the time that I have to study, and I block that, you know, I don't give that away as for anybody, right? So when you go, when you have decided really to plant your flag here and be a regional vice president, you gotta stick to your schedule no matter what. You gotta say no to people that will distract your schedule and then will not lead you to your goals and dreams. It is very important. I say no, no, I cannot pick you up in the airport. It's my time to study. Why will I, right? No, no, I cannot babysit your sister. I mean, your sister or your brother or whatever. No, you cannot do that, because if you have a set schedule, then you got to follow it because you have a target, right? So you got to have a daily schedule, right? You got to have the self-discipline to follow that. Now, it's building, right? See here, Gigi, 15,000 in personal production, Paul, 15,000, Hazel, 5,000, Jabez, 10,000, Adele, 5,000, you know, Cecil and Nelson, 10,000. So that means these are more or less the legs that I have and the expectation of the income. You know, that's the goal. I mean, that's the goal for the production for the month. And see, the total of that more or less is $60,000, right? So set a goal and stick to your schedule, which is really very important, right? Now, because of us sticking to the to our schedule, and then really the goal setting, and the team is really fired up and everything, everyone is building. At the same time, I'm studying and building. We went #1 in bonusable premium in April 2012 as regional vice president, right? You may want to have those numbers as well, because I know, guys, that you can do it, right? You are here for a reason. You are here to be regional vice presidents. You are here to build your own business in Primerica and be the go-to of your family, right? We did not came here all the way from our country where we came from, you know, not to excel, right? If we were already excelling, then why not excel more here? We did not come here just, you know, just to sow, right? We came here to look for greener pastures. And we became also #2 in North America, right? As regional leaders in April of 2012, right? And from there, of course, we had those numbers, right? And then I listed more or less all our numbers from April. And we did over 40, we did 34,171, and then we did 42,855 in June when we were regional vice president. See, guys? So, I mean, you know, you can do it. I know you can do it. It's a matter of us making a decision and really going for it, okay? Now, before Primerica, these are my before and after, these are my 5 F's before Primerica and doing Primerica. So it all boils down to faith, fitness, family, and finances. Okay. So before Primerica, of course, you know, there was, you know, less activities, right? And in doing Primerica allowed me to make God #1 above all, not just in words, but in deeds. Because we always say in Primerica, #1 is God, #2 is our family, and #3 is our business, right? But right now, guys, it's not only in words, but also in deeds. Now, fitness was also very important for me, because why? You know, we have certain goals to achieve here in Primerica, and it entails our energy. It entails our enthusiasm, right? And it entails us to really run for it. So we need that, you know, that energy, okay? And of course, the family, right? This one is very important for me, because through Primerica, I was able to build my mom a home in the Philippines where I support her every month. And I am her social security, right? I know most of you also help your family. So they, you know, they count on you. So please, you know, this is a very doable business, just like, you know, what I did, right? I was able to support my dad. while he was still alive. And this is very important for me also because this was the first and last picture that I had with him. I have now more time with the family. And oh my God, I said I was so happy during the wedding of my daughter. 1 year before, I was able to provide her the time, all the time. I never said no to her in whatever she asked me to go to her uh, uh, to go and look for that gown. Probably we went to about 20 places to look for that beautiful gown. So, and of course, the food tasting and everything. So I was involved all throughout over a year for the preparation of my daughter. Now, we never missed any free trips here in Primerica. I want to challenge you guys. Always compete. Always look at the numbers on Primerica Online. Whatever it is that the Primerica office is putting out, go fight for it and compete, and never, never allow that you're not there in the trips. Now, with regards to finances, you know what? This is my paycheck. This is my W-2 at work. It's over $60,000. I was paid $800 a week. You know, I don't have any stocks. I was drowned in credit card debts, right? So practically, probably some of you have credit card debts. Take, you know, be serious, decide, and make it happen here in Primerica. All your debts will be paid off. I promise you that, right? Now, doing Primerica, it has allowed me, oh, sorry. Okay, doing Primerica, it has allowed me to earn $4,800 to $5,000 every week. Our highest income, if you can see here, in April 2019, that was the wedding of my daughter, the picture that you saw a while ago, when everybody was like busy, crazy, dizzy. We had a lot of visitors from all over the country, but still, you know, with the grace of God, you know, we still earned $38,711 in 1 month. What a blessing is Primerica. And then last month, with all this pandemic going on, everybody was like so afraid and fearful, right? Everybody like, you know, oh my gosh, it's not gonna work. Where will I get this, that, and then, but we still earned 32,617 last month, right? Primerica has awarded us 1,934 shares of stock we never paid for. We never bought it, but was just given to us. And right now we are credit card debt free. We're cash basis only. And our target for ownership is in June of this year. So with the last F is fun, right? Now, before Primerica, parties were never a priority because I didn't know that in America, when you go to parties, you still have to bring some food, which is a potluck, and at the same time a gift. But since I was paycheck to paycheck when I was working in the construction company, so I said, oh my God, I should not anymore attend parties because I don't have anything, right? But here in Primerica, guys, we gotta attend as much activities as we can. We gotta attend as much birthdays, weddings, baptisms, confirmations, picnics, graduation, whatever it is, okay? My style is I just put myself around people, and then from there, I get their names and numbers, right? I get the leads, I set them up appointment face to face, right? So it's very important, guys, that we will be getting those lists every day. It's not just the new people. We cannot say for the new person that we recruited, oh, make your top 10 or top 25 list. Where is your list, right? You got to start with your list, and you got to have a list and then build up the list every day. And that's how we're going to last in Primerica, right? Because then we will be having more new people in our list and inventory, right? So what does the future hold? This is our long-term goals. Build a big hierarchy, become SNSD, be on the wall of fame, be a $1 million earner, and have total financial freedom. And this can happen to you guys right? So with everything that has happened to us in Primerica, right, we are very thankful for the highs and the lows. All of them I consider as a blessing. Each one of them are lessons. The setbacks, oh my gosh, you know, we are very thankful. And the comebacks, the everything, we're very thankful for that because it has molded us to be a better person than we were before. We truly believe that when God decides to bless you, He will cause situations to come together in your favor, no matter what others try to do. So flaming enthusiasm, backed by horse sense and persistence, is the quality most frequently makes for success. So guys, you know, keep it simple, right? Keep it simple with your enthusiasm. And the rewards go to the risk takers, those who are willing to put their egos on the line and reach out to other people to a richer, fuller life for themselves. Guys, what I can only say is you are good enough. You are smart enough. You are beautiful enough, strong enough. Believe it and stop letting insecurity run your life. You can. I believe in you. You are the best. Go, Regional Vice President. Thank you so much, Christian and Laila.